Good Friday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to what's making news, let's take a look outside our NCWLIFE weather window for today. And today we head up to the Billy Goat camera. This is looking at the towns of Pateros and Brewster. Pateros in the bottom middle left part of your screen, Brewster just a little farther up. But you can see both the Methow and Columbia rivers and some of that cloud cover that some of us saw today. And actually some rain showers happened up in the Methow Valley today with just some clouds here pretty much in the Wenatchee Valley. And as we take a look at the 5 days coming up, boy, temperature-wise, really nothing to complain about. 59 today, that was right on. 64 tomorrow in Wenatchee. You can see that in the left side of your screen. We will cool down a bit then on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, but really not all that bad. And boy, you folks in Moses Lake and Omak, you'll be in the 60s right through Tuesday. And we'll have much more weather for you coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. Royal City Police say someone posing as a construction worker walked onto the work site at Royal High School yesterday afternoon and stole $3,500 worth of tools. The Wenatchee School District has struck an agreement with Wenatchee Police to host 2 high school resource officers, and a faulty power junction in East Wenatchee led to electrical outages yesterday afternoon along Valley Mall Parkway. But first, our top story tonight. A suspected drunken driver crashed into 6 vehicles and then a home last night in the 500 block of South Mission Street in Wenatchee. Wenatchee police say 22-year-old Dean Thompson of East Wenatchee was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence in the 6:30 p.m. incident. There were no serious injuries. Police say the Toyota Tacoma pickup hit 5 unoccupied vehicles and another that was occupied before careening into the home, which was under renovation for use as an office. Mission Street was blocked or partially blocked for more than 2.5 hours while crews dislodged the pickup from that home. Royal City Police say someone posing as a construction worker walked onto the work site at Royal High School yesterday afternoon and stole $3,500 worth of tools. The Royal City Police Department says the suspect blended in with the rest of the construction crew in broad daylight by wearing clothing similar to what they were wearing. Police say much of what was taken were workers' personal tools. The suspect was reportedly seen driving away in a Ford Super Duty pickup with K&M Construction decals on the doors and tailgate, but police say that they've been unable to locate such a company. The high school is being renovated as part of a district-wide $16.5 million bond issue approved by voters in 2019. The Wenatchee School District has struck an agreement with Wenatchee Police to host 2 school resource officers working primarily in its middle school and high school buildings. East Wenatchee Police entered a similar agreement with the Eastmont schools in September. The Wenatchee City Council approved the $151,000 contract last night.
In this agreement, the school district agrees to pay half of the 2 officers' salary. That dollar value is around $151,335,000. The city covers all the other costs that are associated with officer certification, such as firearms training, defensive tactics, and things like that. However, the school district agreed to pay half of the training requirements associated with them being certified as school resource officers. So we're excited to continue our agreement with the Wenatchee School District.
A faulty power junction in East Wenatchee led to electrical outages yesterday afternoon along Valley Mall Parkway. The Douglas County PUD says a terminator where overhead lines connect to underground lines shorted out near 10th Street and Eastmont Avenue about 3:45 p.m. The outage affected about 1,000 customers, including the mall and nearby businesses. The PUD was able to restore power to all areas by about 5:30. Well, coming up next, starting 1 month from now, Washingtonians attending large public events will have to present proof of COVID-19 vaccination or a recent negative test for the virus. Speaking of vaccines, the Chelan Douglas Health District has opened a drive-through Pfizer COVID-10 vaccine booster clinic in East Wenatchee. And with the fire precaution level now at 1, woodcutting is in full swing in the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Raising a family may have seemed overwhelming to your parents, but they weren't. Coach, teacher, life guide, caregiver. Family takes care of family. And as the circle of life continues, you now are their caregiver. It may seem overwhelming, but we're here to help you find the support services necessary so you can provide quality care to your elders.
Call Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington at 1-800-572-4459.
Dr. Wayne Latimer's Chiropractic and Integrative Multi-Care specializes in all level of injury care. If you've been injured in an auto accident, on the job, have a sports injury, or a simple fall, call today for a free consultation. They offer a combined multi-care approach with medical, chiropractic, physical therapy, massage, and acupuncture. For relief from long-standing injuries to basic solutions for the weekend warrior, Latimer's Chiropractic Integrative Multi-Care is one stop, one location.
Mary Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in North Central Washington since 1998. Mary Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Mary Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Mary Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today.
Welcome back. In another news, starting 1 month from now, Washingtonians attending large public events will have to present proof of COVID-19 vaccination or a recent negative test for the virus. The restriction announced by Governor Jay Inslee yesterday applies to indoor events of 1,000 or more people or outdoor gatherings of 10,000 and up. The governor says it's one more motivator for people to get their shots.
So this is yet another step in an ongoing battle with this disease. We believe it is a very important one. It can help incentivize people to decide to get vaccinated and avoid the headache of having to get a test. We believe it will be yet another effective of the measures that we have taken that have shown effect during this disease. And I think it is important to note the things we have done have benefited people and saved thousands of lives. Our state continues to have one of the lower death rates in the United States. We want to improve that situation, and we will continue to take these steps in this direction.
Well, speaking of vaccinations, the Chelan Douglas Health District has opened a drive-through Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine booster clinic in East Wenatchee. The clinic is by pre-registration only and will be at the former Douglas County Law and Justice Building at 110 2nd Street Northeast. The free booster shots will be offered Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Booster shots are currently available for people aged 65 or older and ages 50 to 64 with underlying medical conditions. Registrations can be made by going to eventbrite.com and searching for the Chelan Douglas Health District. Well, with the fire precaution level now at 1, woodcutting is in full swing in the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest. Permits are available through local Forest Service offices at a cost of $20, which is good for 4 cords of wood. Next year, permits will be free for personal use woodcutters. The Forest Service is reminding people they should maintain a 1-hour fire watch after using a chainsaw and be mindful of hunters in the area by wearing brightly colored clothing. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
My name is Catherine Thomas, and I'm running for the Wenatchee School Board. The school board should work for the parents of this community. and I want to bring the public back to the public schools. I'm a registered nurse, the wife of a medical professional, and the mother of a Wenatchee High School student. I'm running to bring common sense, courage, commitment, and compassion back to the public schools. Vote Catherine Thomas for the Wenatchee School Board.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, it's me. It's my husband. I think there's something the matter with him.
It was a feeling that I'll never forget, like being able to meet them and know that he survived. Okay, tell me what's happening. Is he conscious?
No, he's not. He's not.
Okay, take a deep breath for me. I'm getting you help.
Rivercom means to me that I still have my husband here with me. They're the ones that guided me through saving his life.
When it comes to finding a memory care community, you want the very best. You want to know that your loved one is safe and receiving compassionate care in a loving environment. Fieldstone Memory Care is an innovative assisted living community designed for those with Alzheimer's, dementia, and Parkinson's disease. You'll find a community specifically designed to enrich residents' lives. The Fieldstone team is here to help you navigate the important decisions you face when a loved one has dementia or Alzheimer's. Welcome home to Fieldstone.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Wildlife biologists on the upper Wenatchee River are using a new tool to track salmon populations. Aerial drones are now flying over the river to watch as Chinook salmon conduct their seasonal spawning ritual. In tonight's feature story, NCWLIFE's Jefferson Robbins spent time this week talking with the leaders of that project.
I'm gonna go.
Aircraft heading to the stunt.
So I'm Daniel Auerbach, and I'm a graduate student at Washington State, and we're working with conjunction with Department of Fish and Wildlife here in Wenatchee. Habitat drones have been used for kind of a while, but in terms of like counting reds and counting fish and stuff like that, it hasn't been going on for too long. So we're kind of at the forefront of fisheries and drones.
Drones have been used to monitor a lot of terrestrial species and are more and more becoming, biologists are becoming interested in using it for aquatic species. And so there's a lot of interest in how we can do that. And the first objective is to just get the methodology and the technology worked out for the drones to see what would be most effective for counting salmon reds in the rivers.
I've set up grids at the different sites that we fly. And we've set in parameters like height and then photo overlap. And then essentially I let it go do its thing. And then when I get back, I take those images, anywhere from 300 to about 700 images, and we stitch them together. And then from those images is where we count the features that we're looking for.
We really just want to assess, count them, get the most accurate count of salmon reds in the river that we are able to get. For summer Chinook, they're a kind of unique species in that sometimes they spawn in really high densities. And so there's something called superimposition that happens. In these areas of high density spawning, individuals will spawn on top of each other's reds, which in the field can be very difficult to determine. But if we have the ability to look at images of last week's survey versus this week's survey versus next week's survey, we'll be able to better quantify those superimposition events.
From the air, what we're looking for is really a change in color from the surrounding substrate. So it'll be pretty dark, and then you'll see this big light spot where the fish has been digging. And then we also look for presence of fish and other features like trenching, where they'll dig out a certain area or a pit, and that's how we can identify the reds.
When we traditionally do these surveys, we're on a raft. Under good conditions, you can see most of the way across the river, but it's generally just a few meters on either side of your raft. And so having that perspective from the air and being able to see a giant swath of the river has been pretty cool. And I'm pretty optimistic for what we're going to be able to find with this drone study.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope your Friday was a good one. Temperature-wise, really no complaints. It was one of those days where it was cloudy. It was kind of cool. The sun peeked out, and it wasn't too bad out there. 61 is our normal high. 46 is where we started the day, and that's warmer than we should be at 41. Record high 78 back in 1991. Record low 28, and that was set in 1992. Sunrise 7:20 this morning, and the sun will set tonight, early this evening at 6:12. Let's go right to our surface loop and show you what we can expect. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a light breeze out there. Here's a little ridge of high pressure up and over us, so that'll keep us fairly mild with some clouds out there in the mid-40s. Rain showers will move in mainly into the northwest part of the state tonight. For Saturday, it should be beautiful. Hopefully you have outdoor plans. Mostly sunny and warmer. Look at that. High temperatures in the mid-60s, maybe even some upper 60s in parts of our viewing area for Saturday. Things change a little bit then on Sunday as a storm system moves by, and that'll leave some rain showers behind it, but only a 20% chance of the wet stuff. This is early in the day, and this is later on in the afternoon, early evening, and that'll be our best shot for rain on Sunday. By Monday, a mini ridge builds back up and over the Pacific Northwest, and that'll keep our highs right around that 60-degree mark with mostly sunny skies. Huge storm system once again moving in on us by Tuesday, but that'll make for some nice weather ahead of that for Tuesday. Mostly sunny, a little bit cool with highs in the upper 50s, and then this system will come moving in on us by Wednesday. That'll bring us mostly cloudy skies, a 30% chance of rain with high temperatures near 60, and here's our best shot at it, and this is about 9 or 10 p.m. on Wednesday, so expect some showers then, and then we'll clear out a bit as once again this low pressure area just kind of slides to the south. We'll see temperatures pretty much at normal readings with highs on Thursday right around 60 degrees. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. 43 overnight tonight, and this is the day, folks. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and warmer with highs in the mid-60s. A little bit of rain possible for Sunday, about a 20% chance. A cool down as we get you into Tuesday at 59, and then another chance for rain Wednesday at 30%, mostly cloudy and 60. And by the end of our forecast on Thursday, expect partly cloudy skies and once again, pretty much normal temperatures with high temperatures right around 60. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
As the sun sets on another hot summer, let the experts at Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa winterize and close your pool. Closing your swimming pool is the most important service to get right. Letting the professionals from Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa close your pool will ensure that you won't cost yourself thousands of dollars in damage next year. Want to save a little money? Consider dropping the water level yourself and save. Don't wait. Blue Lagoon's pool closing schedule is filling up quickly. Call today.
I'm Jared Sessler. Nemo Residio means nobody left behind in Latin. It's heartbreaking to know that in Afghanistan, Americans and our allies were abandoned behind enemy lines. This is a national disgrace like we've never seen before. Today, as your neighbor, and tomorrow in Congress, I will stand firm to ensure this never happens again. Go to jaredsessler.com today to contribute. I'm Jared Sessler, and I approve this message.
What's the best way to attract a wide variety of beautiful birds to your backyard? By offering the birds the right foods in expertly designed bird feeders from Wild Birds Unlimited. Whether you've been feeding the birds for a while or are just getting started, let our backyard bird feeding specialists show you how to add a little joy to your life and make nature a part of every day. Shop now for exclusive bird foods, feeders, hardware, and more. Wild Birds Unlimited. Products designed by experts. Trusted local advice.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
Hey everybody, Dan Coons filling in for Eric Granstrom, taking a well-deserved 3-day weekend. Enjoy hunting with your dad, Eric, and say hi to Dave for me. The Dodgers are moving on to the National League Championship Series for the second year in a row. What an exciting game last night in San Francisco, 2-1. The final, a little controversy. We'll get to that in just a little bit. The hero, Cody Bellinger, who was only batting 165 for the year, came up in the top of the ninth inning with a runner on. Here's what happened.
Crawford closest to the bag. Here's a 1-2. 2 and a shot into right center. A base hit for Bellinger. Justin Turner will score. Lux to third. Cody Bellinger delivers in the clutch. An RBI single. And the Dodgers have a 2-1 lead in the 9th inning.
In the bottom of the 9th, Dave Roberts, manager of the Dodgers, brought in Max Scherzer for his first ever save in 14 years in Major League Baseball.
3 outs away from back-to-back wins to advance. Crawford in the air to left, coming in to make the play. Taylor hauls it in. Crawford is retired. 1 away in the 9th inning from Max Scherzer and the Dodgers. Taylor sure-handed. Here's Chris Bryant now. Bryant on the ground, right on the line. It's bobbled by Turner, and Bryant is safe. Justin Turner had it pop right out of his glove. Scherzer fires, and Wade takes a cold strike 3. Ring him up. Max Scherzer strikes out Lamont Wade for out number 2. No balls, 2 strikes. And Flores, did he go? He did! And the game ends! A swinging strike 3.
No.
Gabe Morales rings him up. The game is over, and the Los Angeles Dodgers are headed to the National League Championship Series.
So did he swing? Well, it doesn't matter. The game is over. The Dodgers move on. They'll take on the Braves in the National League Championship Series. The American League Championship Series is underway as we speak. Game 1 between Boston and Houston down in Houston. Game 2 of that series is tomorrow at 1:20. Also tomorrow, Game 1 of the National League Division Series between the Dodgers and the Braves. That'll be in Atlanta on TBS. And then Game 2 of the Dodgers and the Braves also on TBS. That on Sunday. The Seattle Kraken, first ever victory last night. They did it. They beat Nashville. Down in Nashville, they got goal. They fell behind early, but they got goals from Jared McCann, Brandon Tanev, and Alex Wenberg for the victory.
Here was just roughing. McCann with a shot. They score!
Can't see the puck. Eyes in front. Can't see. I can't really tell if he gets a tip on it, but either way, McCann's thought process of just getting the puck to the net.
He wins another. Lozon moved across. Susi for Donskoy. Side of the goal. Wenberg, a power move. They score! Harper. Donskoy. Inside track on Carey. Barre-Bourlet in front. They score! That's hockey, baby! To the center ice zone. Tomasino with a shot. Scissoring out again. Grubauer. Geeky hard on it. Philip Tomasino out in front. Grubauer, what a save! Off Tolvanen. Oh, bank that one. Glass with a shot denied again by Philip Grubauer. Tanev has the puck at dead center. A handoff for Appleton. Empty net. Just wide off a stick. McCann in front. Bullseye! It's Brandon Tanev. Comes out to center ice. Fed a long puck by Schwartz. That's Kraken hockey, baby. The Seattle Kraken have won their first game in the National Hockey League.
First victory in franchise history. They also had their first fight in franchise history. That was kind of fun. Kraken will be in Columbus tomorrow. In Ohio, they'll drop the puck at 5 o'clock. You can watch it on Root Sports. All right, to the Les Schwab scoreboard we go. First of all, volleyball. The Wenatchee Panther girls on the road beat West Valley in straight sets. They're now 7-0 in league play. Eastmont victorious. They beat Sunnyside also in straight sets. Davis edging Moses Lake 3-2. Kashmir shut out Quincy 3-0. Manson took care of Tenasket. Cascade Christian sweeping Riverside Christian. Okanagan beat Brewster. Bateras bettered Bridgeport. Lake Roosevelt handled Liberty Bell. The volleyball schedule is light, but what is being played tomorrow are some really good games, including the one we're keeping an eye on, Chelan and hosting Ephrata. The powerhouse of the Caribou Trail League and the powerhouse of the CWAC will do battle tomorrow in Chelan at 11:30. Later tomorrow night at 6:30, you got the battle for the top of the North Central B League. 9th-ranked Manson will host 3rd-ranked Okanagan in volleyball. And sandwiched in between those two, Bridgeport and Liberty Bell and Cascade at Granite Falls. To the Prep Girls Soccer scoreboard, courtesy of our friends at Les Schwab. Cascade blanked Omak. Kashmir crushed Quincy. Chelan shut out Pateras. East Valley of Yakima edged Ephrata. Brewster blanked Bridgeport. Tenasket tumbled Lake Roosevelt. Liberty Bell mauling Manson. The soccer schedule as a game tonight. Usually don't see a Friday night game, but we do tonight. You got Okanagan. They're on the road. They'll be in Ohio to take on Toledo at 6 o'clock. Saturday, Chelan will host Wallou. Quincy will visit Othello at noon. We got the big one here tomorrow. Wenatchee hosting West Valley. Leave off to field to the Apple Bowl. 1 o'clock, we'll have that on television. Eastmont is on the road at Sunnyside at girls soccer tomorrow. And Davis entertains Moses Lake. Everybody into the pool. And a good one for the Wenatchee girls swim and dive team. They beat Davis and Eisenhower, beating the Pirates 125-42 and topping the Cadets 105-69. By the way, Ike beat Davis in their head-to-head. Ladies back in the pool today at the Eastmont Aquatic Center, Wenatchee and Moses Lake, and the Wildcats, and that is going on as we speak. High school football, center stage tonight. It is homecoming for the Wenatchee Panthers. The West Valley Rams are in town. Grant and Eric, my brother, will have the call. 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. Eric Grandstrom had a chance to catch up with Coach Scott Devereaux to talk about the Panther program. They didn't play last week because they had COVID issues, and on top of that, tomorrow and tonight is homecoming.
Yeah, it's been an interesting week. You know, we had 6 or 7 guys that haven't been here, and so shuffling people around a little bit, that's been way more stressful for me than powder puff and buff puff and all that kind of stuff. That's old news, but you know, it is what it is.
So how hard is that? I mean, you start looking around, you go, who do I got left here?
It was kind of like that. Yeah. We had an open tryout for center basically on Monday, and found a couple guys that could snap and move some people around. Moved a right tackle to left tackle. Moved a different guy to right tackle. You know, it's been interesting.
Coach Devereaux has had to lean on two-way players. They got a lot of them, including Evan Burdan. He's trying to keep things on an even keel.
It's pretty hard. I mean, you lose a lot of progress, and then there's some guys, you know, not everybody's going to be doing the conditioning they need to be to keep up. But it's been, for me personally, it was not too hard because I knew what I needed to do to stay in shape and stay fit, watch film and all that. But I think most of the team, we're pretty motivated this week, hoping to get a win in league.
Again, the Panthers and the Rams tonight, 7 o'clock, high definition and monophonic sound. The Eastmont Wildcats are on the road. They'll be down into Hanford, non-league game to take on the Falcons. They'll get going at 7 o'clock. Other Big Nine play, you got Moses Lake hosting Sunnyside, and Davis is at Eisenhower, although they play in the same stadium. The battle for the Pear Bowl takes place along the shores of the Wenatchee River. It is the Kodiaks of Cascade taking on the Bulldogs. Quincy is at Omak. Chelan doesn't play anybody. B-League football tonight. You got Pateris at Bridgeport. Liberty Bell will host Antioch. Soap Lake is at Waterville, Mansfield, England, Dan, and John Ford Coley. Okanagan visits Orville. Lake Roosevelt heads to Tonasket. And Manson travels to Brewster. College football tomorrow. Idaho is at Eastern Washington on ESPN+. I don't have that. Washington State hosts Stanford at 4:30 on ESPNU. I don't have that. UCLA is on the Mountain Lake Cut to take on the Huskies, 5:30 on Fox. I do have that. Central Washington will play Chelan. And Seahawks without Russell Wilson on Sunday. We'll have Geno Smith behind center. Both teams at 2 or 3. Sunday night football on the National Broadcasting Corporation. Those are just some of the games that people are playing on this Friday. Grant, back to you.
Nice work, Dan. I'll give you a chance to catch your breath because we are going right back to Dan Kuntz now for a look at what's coming up Monday morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. Join me for a Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. My guest will be Jason Browning, the general manager of Omi Gardens. They closed for the season this year, but they still have a couple of things they got to take care of. Specifically, they have a Make a Difference Day project. Jason will fill you in on that, and we'll find out how the year went for our friends up at Omi Gardens, one of the crown jewels of North Central Washington. A full sports package of highlights of everything that we're going to be doing over the weekend. We'll have a bunch of sports. We'll have a bunch of news. You want to start your week the right way, and that's local and live with news, weather, and information. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley fills the bill on all 3 of those things. I'll see you Monday morning at 7 a.m. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great weekend.